live CBS tomorrow. Hollywood's biggest party is now bigger than ever.
Perfect. No notes.
The Golden Globes, with more stars, more glamour, more chaos, and more host Nikki Glazer.
We're gonna laugh at the celebrities that can take it and completely ignore the ones who can't. I'm just kidding. They're not safe either.
The Golden Globes, live CBS tomorrow at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Hey, this is the third hour of the Kim Komando Show. So glad that you're here with us. Sit back and enjoy. So tech companies are known for their office perks, massages, ping pong tables, free childcare, dry cleaning, car washes, gym memberships. Do you know what the newest perk is?
Ice cream machines?
Nicotine patches.
That's a bit overboard.
Yep, they have installed vending machines stocked with them. Just hit a button, you grab a pouch. An Austin startup founder by the name of Alex Cohen noticed that his engineers were using them and thought, they're productive. Maybe there's something here. So he bought some as a joke. Then the whole office got addicted. So now his company has a dedicated Nick fridge. These are pouches that can hook people, raise your blood pressure, and then potentially increase heart attack and stroke risk.
That's unbelievable. That's like in the 1960s on the Mad Men when they
smoking all the
put
time.
A carton of cigarettes on the desk and said, "Let's get to work, boys."
And also a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
It's like, those were the good old days. They were. Hey, but at least they're getting more work done before the whole cardiac event. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Got to be productive right till the end.
I'm Kim Komando, your beloved digital goddess, here with you once again with the nation's largest, best, biggest, award-winning show about all things digital. Of course, you can find us coast to coast on over 425 top stations, streaming in your favorite radio app. And just a reminder, you can get the Kim Komando Show as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K. And joining me, as always, is Andrew Babinski, who's my co-host.
Hi, Kim.
Let's see. The Komando hotline's open right now at 1-888-825-5254. And that's the easy and fun way to join us here on the show. Or you can always drop me a note over at komando.com. We'll schedule right in and just hit that Ask Kim button at the top of the page. And I'd also like to thank WebRoot. Start the new year protected, not frustrated by your slow, antiquated antivirus software. I've tested them. WebRoot Essentials is the one I recommend. Independent test ranked it number 1, 2 in performance. It scans 6 times faster, uses less memory, and won't slow that computer down. My listeners save 75% right now at webroot.com/Kim. That's webroot.com/Kim. Alrighty, every single day I'm out there reading and studying and talking to industry insiders to make sure that you're up to date. And here are some things that you need to know about. And we're going to start with number 1, leave it to the hackers. Meghan Markle's brand, As Ever. Have you seen her website?
I mean, I've seen stories about it,
Okay.
yeah.
She sells lifestyle stuff.
Doesn't she sell like a jelly that nobody wants?
Yes, but she promotes it as, this is her quote, small batch spreads, honey, and pantry favorites.
Okay.
Okay, her name of her company is As Ever. It should be like As If. Okay, you're right. The stuff is super expensive. 2 jars of honey, $62.
Whoa.
A candle, $48. 3 small jars of jam, $32.
So she's kind of like copying Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop.
Exactly.
Except for minus the success that Gwyneth Paltrow has had.
But how does one define small? How would you define small? What is your definition of small?
If you were to say like a small batch of wine, what's that? Maybe 100 bottles?
Okay.
Because mass produced is going to be thousands?
Yeah, I would say small would be that. Because you makes it like it's happening really in her kitchen.
Right.
Okay. Well, hackers got into her shopping website and they exposed the real inventory numbers for her small batches.
Okay.
Jam, 220,000 jars.
Now, hold on. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe her small is compared to, let's say, the population of China. That
Could
is
be.
very small compared to all the Chinese people.
Since you mentioned wine, 77,000 bottles.
That's like mass produced.
Tea, 110,000 jars. Candles, 90,000 candles.
Where is she getting all this inventory? She must have like some Amish like slave force that's just making jam nonstop every single day.
Okay, I would never want to be holding this inventory. Edible flour sprinkles, because we're going to use that all the time.
Sure.
I put on every meal.
I don't even know what it is.
Edible flowers.
Just
Sprinkles.
flowers like in a salt shaker?
Yes.
That you sprinkle on your food?
Yes.
Okay.
80,000 jars.
Okay.
If it all sells, that's $21 million.
80,000 jars, you said?
Yes, of edible
That's a lot.
flower sprinkles.
So she's got $21 million retail of inventory sitting somewhere.
But small batch.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Probably in
small-
a very small warehouse.
Yes.
That's large.
This is small batch the way that Walmart is a family business.
Exactly.
Just saying. OpenAI is handing out stock packages averaging $1.5 million per employee. This is 7 times what Google offered back in their glory days. And why are they spending so much money? Because Mark Zuckerberg is dropping billion-dollar offers to poach OpenAI's engineers. Now, meanwhile, over at Google Gemini's AI summaries are apparently serving up dangerous health misinformation. I know, it's a shocker to everyone.
What?
Yes.
AI hallucinates and it gives wrong information?
The Guardian found it that you should drink your own urine for health benefits.
All right. I'm going to pass. I'd rather die.
So now they're hiring AI answers quality engineers.
Ah.
Okay. $200,000
A year
a year.
to go, nah, we shouldn't drink our own pee. I am qualified.
If this radio thing doesn't work out.
Yeah, I can tell you not to drink your own pee.
Unemployment hit 4.6%, and AI is screening out resumes before a human ever sees them. So now job seekers are getting creative. I remember once I was looking for a job. I wanted KFI in Los Angeles to hire me.
Okay.
I sat in the lobby at KFI. I got there at 8 in the morning with a box of donuts. And I said, they said the program director would have a few minutes for you. I sat there all day. At lunch, he passed by me, didn't even say hello. And at 5 o'clock, they said, Kim, you got to go. He just doesn't have time for you.
Were you perturbed? Were you like, okay, this is part of the game. I got to try again tomorrow. What was your attitude?
What a jerk face.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's not going to get you the job, by the way.
So I came back to Phoenix and I went to Goodwill. And I bought a size 13 men's working boots and got the right foot. I put it in a box with, at that time it was a CD of the show with the whole pitch package. And I put a clever note in there that said, at least I have one foot in the door. Okay. He didn't call, didn't thank. I called the gal at the front. I said, did he get my box? She said, yes. She said, everybody thought it was funny. Didn't do anything. Now this same guy is a consultant who calls me and I won't take his phone calls.
Good job. Way
Yes.
to get back at him.
Like, jerk face. Job seekers are heading to Tinder. Yes. They found over 2,000 people in this recent survey. 34% are using dating apps for job hunting. And the stats are pretty wild. 39% get interviews. 37% get actual job offers. 58% end up in a relationship with their networking match.
But there's no job offerings on Tinder.
No, they go find somebody like on LinkedIn and look at their title and stuff, and then they go try to stalk that person on Tinder.
Oh.
And then they say, hey, hi, would you like to,
You
go
want to
out
hook
with me?
up and then hook me up with a job?
Yes. Nothing says desperate job market like having to explain to your parents, I met my boss on Tinder.
I could be wrong, but I believe that's called prostitution.
Or at least sexual harassment at some level. A DoorDash driver in Austin got caught using AI to fake deliveries. Here's how it works. Customer orders the food, driver accepts the order, immediately marks it as delivered, uploads a photo of the bag at the customer's front door. But the kicker is the food actually never shows up. The driver goes over to Google Maps, Street View, grabs a picture of the door, then uses AI to put the DoorDash bag right in front of the door. And then the customers are like, I didn't get any order. And so then they have to call DoorDash and say, I don't know what this is going on because I never got my food. So DoorDash will ban the driver and refund your money. But let me tell you, if one person has figured this out, like this guy in Austin, others are going to do it too.
But that's like the worst scam to pull because you're messing with hungry people. And hungry people are going to take action.
That's true.
They're not going to sit around and go, well, it's supposed to be here, but it's not. I guess I'll continue out throughout my day without eating. No, they're getting on that phone immediately.
So last night I wanted Chinese food.
God, here we go.
Okay. So I went on DoorDash. I ordered Chinese food.
What'd you get?
I got Thai basil tofu. I know it sounds so delicious. Barry's like, that sounds so good.
Oh, no, it's very good.
It's very good.
I've had it before.
He had cashew chicken and, of course, fried rice. You always have to have fried rice.
Of course, it's Chinese food.
So I'm sitting there and it's like saying, it's 3 minutes away. It's 3 minutes away, 2 minutes away. And then I look down, I'm like, oh, I had it delivered to the office.
Oh, that's awful.
I know. And so Barry's like, oh, the homeless people will eat it. I'm like, no. So I said to the DoorDash guy, I said, I live like 8 miles away. Can you bring it over? And he's like, I can in like an hour. And then I said, you know what? Have dinner on me.
You just let him have it?
Yeah.
That was nice.
What
Did you reorder?
Yes, I did. And I made sure that it's the same order, but to the house.
When I was single, I was dating a woman and she came over and we were just going to hang out for a couple hours and she decided to stay well into the evening. And she's like, I want to stay, but I got to feed my kids. And I said, okay. And she's like, I'm just going to send burgers to the house and then they'll eat. So we're sitting there and we're watching a show and all of a sudden there's a thud at the door. She had it delivered to her location because it just searched the location she was at. So these kids are at home waiting for Shake Shack to show up, and we're sitting here with malts, burgers, and fries.
Having a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Just about one more thing about delivering kids. In Los Angeles, there are now 700 Waymos that are picking kids up from school and bringing them home.
Okay.
Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't. First of all, I wouldn't trust my kids. It's not that I don't trust a Waymo. I wouldn't trust my kids to be home. I would need to know, because my kids don't have phones.
Oh.
So there's that gap there. I would have to be in constant communication with them. But I think a Waymo is safe. Would you, if you still had grade school age kids?
Yeah. I think
you would? Okay.
Well, because you're not putting them with an Uber with a potential creepo person.
No.
Or anything like that.
Potential creepo, is that another technical term?
Yes.
I'm learning so much today.
Suckaroo. All right, coming up, we've got a great WordPress add-on for your website so that this way you can start getting some hits from these AI bots. Also, how to get started in Angetic AI, some pricing bots that are playing you. And of course, we have just the best phone calls ever here on the Kim Komando Show. Ever heard of the audience effect? It's when we change our behavior when we think we're being watched. Well, online, we're always being watched. Your internet provider tracks everything you do, even in private mode. That's why I use ExpressVPN. It's the tool I trust to keep my internet connection protected. With one click, it hides everything I do online and sends it through a secure connection so no one can see or track my online activity. Here's the best part. ExpressVPN works across all your devices, your phone, laptop, tablet, even your smart TV. One subscription protects up to 8 devices, so your whole family stays secure. Don't wait. Protect your family's internet connection today with ExpressVPN. Right now, you can get my special offer of 4 extra months with ExpressVPN. Just go to expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim for 4 extra months of privacy protection. Don't wait. Check it out right now at expressvpn.com/Kim.
Here's to quitting. Quitting the couch for a quick run. Quitting the snooze button for a morning workout. Quitting giving up after 2 weeks. You see, staying committed to your fitness goals isn't easy. But with Apple Watch, you don't have to do it alone. Because Apple Watch gives you real-time motivation, plus advanced metrics that track all your workouts, so you can stick to your New Year's fitness resolutions. And once and for all, quit quitting with Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
All right, what do you think, Andrew? Ready to start some phone calls?
Let's do it.
Let's get it done. Paul in Joplin, Missouri. Hi there, Paul.
Hi, Kim. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I love your show.
Awesome.
My reason for calling, I am a competitive Scrabble player. I play Scrabble tournaments. I've heard you mention Scrabble before, I think.
You know what? I love playing Scrabble. I will. But,
good.
But Barry won't play with me because he says I win all the time.
Hey, I'll play you. But anyway, to be really good at Scrabble, you have to memorize lots and lots of words. There are actually some really top players that have memorized the entire dictionary.
Oh, my gosh, you're kidding.
Oh no, I'm not.
So give us like 3 words that are like that you throw out there, and you're like, they're never going to know this word, or it's the word that will give you the most points.
Well, technically, I think the word that could give you the most points is oxyfen-butazone because it has the X and the Z. If you could play a 15-letter word along the side of the board, you could hit 3 triple word scores at once.
Wow.
And multiply the score by 27.
Well, how do you spell it? Andrew, look it up. How do you spell it?
I am, yeah.
OXYPHENBUTAZONE.
He's correct.
But what does it mean?
It sounds like a drug or something.
It does.
Yeah, it's something chemical, I'm sure.
It makes us hearing loss.
Potent, non-steroid, anti-inflammatory.
There you go. Okay.
That's it.
All right, we just learned that.
Yeah, so next time you play, maybe that will come up. Probably not. But anyway, like I was saying, you have to memorize a lot of words, and people used to make flashcards, and they'd keep them in a little file. Mm-hmm. But now there are apps that do that.
Okay.
But I love audiobooks. So what I was setting out to do was to make audio files of words that I could just listen to over and over and hopefully remember them. Now, I have the Scrabble apps to create the list of words. So, I have them as text. And then I found an app called Text Aloud. I guess I'm allowed to say the name of it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no problem.
It would convert them into audio files, and it worked okay, but they just sound real monotonous. Like a robot or maybe a robot.
Okay, so ow!
Nice.
Oh, Paul, we just lost your connection.
That's not a Scrabble word, is it, Paul?
Oh, you know what?
Robot.
That was just mean, Paul. Here, you just suckered me right in. Oh, love your show, Kim. Love your music. Robot.
ROBUTT, robot.
Okay, so basically what's happening for the uninitiated is that I'm being made fun of and roasted right now because I used to say robot.
You used to say the word robot?
Like ribbit. All right, so let me tell you what you want to do. I understand where you're going with this, Paul. And I'm going to help you even though you hurt my heart. And I don't think I'll ever recover.
This is a call of the year right now.
Ever recover. Is that you want to use 11 Labs or something called Wondercraft. It'll cost you about $5 or $10 a month. And that's where you can give it all the phrases that you want. It'll save them as MP3 files so you can listen to them while you're walking, while you're driving, whatever it may be. You can also set it up as one voice for new words, a different voice for review words, a third voice for testing words, whatever it may be.
You could also do it for free with CapCut.
Yeah, you can do it with CapCut.
It might take a little bit longer, but if you don't want to spend the money, it's just copy and paste and then voice to text.
Okay, I don't know you about this, but Paul is a Scrabble tournament winner. The guy makes millions of dollars.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Have one of your butlers go on the internet and do exactly what Kim said for $5.
Exactly. Or you can get a robot to do it. More of the show is coming right up. Hey, if you're a small business trying to be found, WordPress just dropped a new plugin called Loved by AI. We actually are trying it out at Commando.com, and it does work. It will help you get AI search discovery. Answer engines, these bots are hitting 700 million weekly users, so Google rankings don't matter anymore. They just don't. So Loved by AI analyzes gaps. It auto-formats the data, tracks visibility, so your site is no longer invisible to bots. So if you win the bots over, you have a chance at getting to people.
Okay.
So that's how that works. Pamela in Indianapolis. Hi there, Pam. What's going on with you?
Hi. Oh, well, I'm just thinking somebody must have a better system. Hopefully you do than what I've been using. We have a household, of course, husband, me, 2 older teens, and we're dealing with 4 iPhones, laptops, at least 3 laptops, Chromebooks, desktops, you name it. And I can't keep my own charger for my dang phone without it being stolen repeatedly, even under threat of death. It doesn't matter what I say or do. I always have it in one spot so I can always charge when I need to charge, and I do it very regularly. But these kids and everybody else can't seem to keep track of their stuff. I don't know how we do it.
And then what happens when you say, all right, where's my charger? Did somebody take my charger? And then...
Oh, no, none of them took it. No, absolutely. The dog took it. I don't know,
It was the charger fairy.
The charger fairy. Exactly.
And it's nuts. I mean, surely there is a way. I tell the kids, for example, just put it in one place in your room, charge it at night or whatever when you go in there, or we'll find a place in the house. I've done all these things that all these perfect households have suggested. But my household is not a perfect household. None of these kids pay any attention, and I never seem to have my own charger.
Let me tell you what happened in our house. We have Lisa. She has 3 things she charges every single night: Apple Watch, her work phone, and her personal phone. And she has to have a 6-foot charging cable on her work phone, because it has to be able to be accessed in the middle of the night. Don't have to worry about, having a short charge or anything.
Yeah.
What one of these kids did, and I got a gaggle of them, got 5 kids. We don't know who did it. They went in and they unplugged her 6-foot and they replaced it with the broken 6-foot that I replaced last week. So they had the good cable, and her phone sat there dead in the morning because they put the broken cable back. That's devious.
Yep. Oh,
It is.
yeah. We get the broken cables all the time. Yes. They look
so
like
mad.
the dog chewed them.
I tried like buying chargers and then putting pink nail polish around it. Okay, thinking like my son wouldn't take it. He didn't care. He didn't care.
No. I bought chargers that were pink for the girl and blue or black for the boy, and so that we can see them a mile away, but they disappear too, or they just reappear places they shouldn't be. I mean, nobody seems to be able to keep this stuff straight. And of course, half the time they find out that the charger I have maybe charges a little faster, so all of a sudden mine I don't know the difference. I'm not techie enough, I guess, but they know when they've got a charge.
Have you tried like a charging station? Have you tried one of those?
Probably 5 years ago. I had one spot that was kind of like a charging station where everybody could plug theirs up. But for whatever reason,
it's not as convenient.
No. I mean, they want their phones in their room.
Yeah,
they don't want them in the kitchen or in the hallway where the charging station is.
Yeah, they don't want
and
that.
they've always
Laundry
got an
room.
excuse.
Yeah.
Yes, right. No. So that didn't work. That was like 5 years ago I tried doing something like that. I thought it was brilliant. You could put your iPad there, you could put your iPhones there, you could put your laptop, everything could charge in one place, and it didn't work for 2 days.
This idea may be outside the box, but have you tried boarding school?
I kind of like that idea, and I bet my husband would completely agree. But I'm not sure. I think that might cost more than constantly buying new charging
That's
cables.
fair. That's a fair move. We're just brainstorming. There's no wrong answers.
Maybe you give each one like their own charging kit.
Yeah.
It'll be lost within a week, Kim.
Yeah, I know.
We had it all set up where every single kid in the room had their chargers, and this was theirs, and nobody touched theirs. If you lose yours, come to us. We'll figure it out. Then we go on vacation. When we get back, everything's all mixed up. Now it's all gone and missing. There's no easy answer. You remember that?
No.
This was like 7 years ago. We had, right before the first time I left, we had a story on the show where they were coming up with that paint, where you paint the inside of your house and it charges all your devices.
Yeah,
Where's that?
There was the paint for the Wi-Fi that you wouldn't have to buy all these extenders. But you're right. Then there was the paint that you could charge automatic, but that's pie in the sky stuff.
Just invent that, and then it solves your problem. That's our answer for you.
Yes.
I got it. Well, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one who has the same
No,
not by far.
No, It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Because it
is.
And because like even now Ian will come home and he'll be like, he needs a charger. He just swipes it. And I'm like, what part of that was rude? Right? All of it.
They don't care. They don't care.
It's very rude.
It's just rude. And I said, do you want me to come into your room and like steal your favorite sweater or something like that? He's like, well, you can have it. Make whatever.
And their answer is, you want me to take care of you when you're old?
Yes.
Then let me have this charger.
Oh my gosh, I heard that. Yes, I heard that. I was like, where did that even? I never said that to my parents. But then again, my father was this heavy-handed Russian man. You did not mess with him.
You never touched his chargers.
No. Mm-mm. No, he was the guy who said, if you come, he wanted you home at 10 o'clock. That meant he wanted you home at 9:45. Mm-hmm. And if you came home at 10:01, you were grounded for life. Bad. All right. So last year we worked with AI. Things are going to be different this year. Just a little heads up. We're moving away from chatbots that answer questions to AI agents that will take action. So maybe you will have an agent AI that will negotiate your cable bill or file your taxes. In case you want to check it out now, like Google Gemini, you can tap your profile, go to extensions, connect your Gmail, and then say, check all my email for flight confirmations and add them to my calendar. You can say, find all the documents in my Google Drive that references this particular vendor name or something like that. Now, one warning is that it's going to ask you if you ever want to connect your credit card. That is a big fat no. We're just not at that point quite yet. All right, still to come, we have more of your phone calls here on the Kim Komando Show.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also, they're a literal vampire. And suddenly, my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Hey, just want to remind you that you can get the Kim Komando Show as a podcast in your favorite podcast player. Just search for Komando with a K. And if you're more of a visual person, head over to youtube.com/Kim Komando, where you always want to
subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe anytime we post something new. If we put up a reel, if we put up a new video, we go live, you'll know right away if you subscribe. It also helps the algorithm, which more people will see it, and we get to keep doing it for free.
That's right. youtube.com/Kim Komando. What are you doing over there?
Don't bother me. I'm trying to solve this puzzle.
Okay. It's just a national show, Andrew. I'm sorry.
This is more important right now.
How you doing with it?
Horrible.
Okay,
embarrassingly horrible.
Well, I think this goes with our first caller, and is Paul in Joplin, Missouri. Now, Paul, you sent us some puzzles.
Yeah, I'm glad you got them. I make those with my 3D printer, and when I there's this local store that has agreed to sell them, but I need a way to give people the solution to the puzzle.
Well, maybe you don't need to give people the solution, because let's see how Andrew's doing. Because you sent us 3 puzzles. Okay, Andrew, Andrew, describe the first one.
Well, first of all, he says he makes these with a 3D printer,
which is so cool.
I actually disagree. I think they're made with pure evil and in your heart. There's one that looks like a bunch of hashtags when it's put together.
Here, hold it up so people who watch on YouTube they can see it.
This one right here. It doesn't look like that now because I've been working on it. And you got to get all of these little combobbers. That's a technical term. I'm sorry, Kim. Disconnected from each other.
Okay.
And then this one is a bunch
how long have you been working on that one?
We don't need to look at details or focus on anything like that.
Okay. All right.
Let's just say a frustratingly enough amount of time. And then these are like Tetris pieces, and they're supposed to fit all in this box. But I don't believe they do. I think this is a prank. And then there's a calendar that has a bunch of Tetris-looking pieces. I know I'm making a lot of noise over here. That has a bunch of Tetris-looking pieces. And then you're supposed to solve the puzzle to reveal the date. Somehow, I got October 32nd. And that's not even a day.
Well, I will tell you, when Andrew was doing the puzzles before the show, Paul, is that with the Tetris that goes in the blue box, Andrew's like, did that. He did it like in 30 seconds. And everybody looked at him like going, you didn't even take all the pieces out of the box.
I took enough pieces out for me to have to think about it.
So that's the easiest one of the 3.
Oh, of course. You're piling on too, Paul. I can solve the easiest.
So how long should it take somebody to solve these puzzles? If they had, like a, good intellect.
Well, the one that has the 6 pieces of different colors, that one is a really challenging one.
Yeah, it is.
Most people, I don't know, people have told me that they spent like 2 or 3 days and they finally got it apart, and then they couldn't put it back together again. But anyway, what I was wanting to do was like make a little 1 minute or 2 minute YouTube video showing the solution, and then make a QR code with a link to the video, and then include that in the package as a leaflet. Or I haven't tried it, but I might actually be able to 3D print the QR code, like right onto the lid of the box. But I don't know how to do that with the calendar one, because it's a different solution every day. I mean, I can't make a video, showing all 365 of them. So did you have an idea for that one?
Well, of course, the QR code's super easy. You go to QR Code Monkey, not a big deal.
Yeah, I've heard you mention that before.
And you can post these as on your Instagram account. You could even have a TikTok account, or you could have a Facebook group, which actually would be kind of fun, because you could call it Calendar Puzzle Solutions, where people are like discussing about how much they hate you. And
can I join?
And how frustrating life is already, but you had to add to that. Thank you. But as far as, if there was a way that you could do 365 videos, I don't think it would take you very long. I mean, each video, you could probably solve this in how long, Paul?
Well, the calendar one, honestly, some days I'll sit there and spend 10 or 15 minutes, and some days the pieces just kind of fall right into place.
Are there any days are there any days it doesn't work?
No, it's possible for every single day of the year.
I had an idea, bringing up the QR code. You know those little slider puzzles where it's like 9 squares and one's missing, and you can slide them around? Yeah. You could make one of those and it would be simple to solve. Once you slide it around and solved it, it would give you the QR code to take you to the solution for the puzzle.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a lot of work.
How would it be a lot of work?
Well, because I don't know if people are going to want to do that.
If you're buying this puzzle,
that's true.
A little challenging puzzle to give you a QR code isn't going to stop you.
See, but you could do the 365 days a year. But think about this opportunity: is you could offer a daily email that you would send to them that would show the solution, or at least link to a YouTube video short or a reel or something like that. And because it doesn't mean that you have to do it every day, because you could schedule these ahead, and so that this way
for an email, like I could do the whole year's worth in like one weekend.
Yeah, and you can also pre-schedule all the videos too.
Now, is there a way to do that in a Facebook group though?
Yeah, Facebook's Meta Suite, the business suite.
But why she's saying an email is because you could put then ads in there for your other puzzles. And if someone loves solving the daily calendar one, they might love this one. I don't know why. It's frustrating, and I want to throw it across the studio.
But then with your emails, that if you go to a platform like Beehive or Kit, is that they will also sell ads in your newsletter. So it's not up to you to just sell your own products. Are you going to make a lot of money at it? Probably not, but it'll be enough to maybe take a little vacation. Andrew, do you want to put the puzzle down?
No, I'm going to solve this.
All right, coming right back, we're going to talk about some AI pricing bots. Yeah, these are pretty sneaky here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, so you're on a website looking at a 4K TV. You're not sure you need it. Then all of a sudden this red banner just pops up. Only 2 left. Right? Panic buy. Well, you just got played by a bot. See, these online stores are using AI like a salesperson. Instead of hovering over your shoulder at your screen, so they watch how long that you linger on a product, how many times you scroll over one, how fast you move your mouse. And if you hesitate to make that purchase, that's when AI comes in and makes that move.
But is there really only 2 left? Are they lying?
They're using scare tactics.
That's a scam tactic.
Yes. So what you can do is clear your browser cookies, cache. This will maybe reset the site's memory of your past visits. Head back to the site. Shouldn't happen again. But in case you see these banners pop up or anything like that, just know that you may be getting played by a bot. Hey, let's talk for a second about podcasts, because there are 2 different podcasts that I would like you to check out. Of course, we have the show podcast here, the Kim Komando Show podcast, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts. But there's also something called The Current Podcast, What is that? Yes, it's the accompaniment to my current newsletter. And so if you get the current, or even if you don't get the current, you should check it out. It's just a fun, casual podcast where we talk about what's going on in the tech space, and maybe we have some guests and good stuff like that. Again, it's called The Current, and it's with me, Kim Komando, of course. And then we also have our daily life hack and our digital tech update. And those are only 60 seconds. And those podcasts are perfect for when, say, you're brushing your teeth, or you're making a cup of coffee, or you're taking the dog to do its thing in the backyard in the morning. So wherever you get your podcasts, you have the longer podcast, The Kim Komando Show, you have the current weekly podcast, and then you have the daily 60-second podcast called the Daily Tech Update. And you can find them, again, wherever you get your podcasts. Again, search for Komando with a K. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Just a reminder, sign up for our free newsletter right now over at getkim.com. That's the end of hour 3, but don't worry. If you want more good stuff, make sure that you sign up for my free newsletter. Head over to getkim.com.